Hopefulness, January 2nd, 2023. That's coffee that I just ground up. Did I already throw away the bag? I didn't think I did. Okay, here we are. From the Dune Coffee Roasters. They even have a Dune quote under there. Let me do this. Life. All life is in the service of life. Necessary nutrients are made available to life by life in greater riches as the diversity of life increases. The entire landscape becomes alive, filled with relationships and relationships within relationships. The ecology of Dune. Leif Kynes. It's an interesting, bourbon, dark chocolate, black plum, creamy. It's an interesting coffee, but I didn't want to have like full beans, which is what I ended up getting. And so I had to, grind it up in here, and it's not a great grind job, so it is what it is. But it's tasty, especially once I put in, sugar and milk. But it's not bad on its own either. Just trying to think of what else I need to do. In the middle of everything. I haven't done anything in a long time when it comes to like productivity. Just getting tired. Working all these hours. Working all these late hours. I have, a full dishwasher right now, and then I have a full sink with crap I gotta put into it. I should just realize I should probably take this out of here. That way. And in fact, I can do kind of what I did last time. Because I took some of the coffee to work. And some of the guys who tried it, they really liked it. Also, I have an AeroPress for the coffee. Because I wanted to see like what coffee was like on its own, instead of, just with stuff or, crap coffee. And I tried some of the coffee that we have at work, and it is crap coffee. It's terrible coffee. Like the moment I took a sip of it, I was like, I'm not even gonna finish this. I'm dumping it, and then I dumped the rest of it because it's like comes in little bags of ground coffee, and it's like it's whatever. But holy crap, is it terrible? Let's see. That is full. That one's full. Where's the other one at? This one's empty, so I can toss this. I gotta go to the pharmacy sometime in the next couple of days to get a refill on the antidepressants. Okay. Oh man. Where's the? Did I pull it out? I thought I did. Whatever. There. I also got trazodone for sleep in case I need it. Because sometimes it's really difficult to try to go to sleep in the middle of the day. What are you barking at? It's 2:30 almost. Oh man, I kind of got back into playing EverQuest recently too. Probably because I was like, just wasn't thinking of anything else, and I was like, well, it'd be nice to talk to some of these people again. Just because. And it's been fun, helping people out and stuff, because that's mostly what I'm doing. Just largely helping people with stuff that they need taken care of. Although this last week and some change, they, for the holidays, they introduced a double loot option. So there's an additional loot pool for like virtually every single possible creature that you kill. They realized this within the first day that this was a bad idea, because certain mobs were like, they were putting out some stuff that was like kind of game breaking in a way. And so they hot fixed that. But I think in order to do that, they had to shut down the server. I can't remember. No, they didn't. I don't think they shut down the servers for that. They just did a hotfix for it. But they had to shut down the servers, but they didn't do like a full reset Because when they do a full reset, everything, all unique creatures and stuff respawn too. And they didn't do that. They just did what they call a soft reset, which is everything just kind of like goes about the day effectively. As if there wasn't really anything that happened. It's just everybody has to log off because certain parts of the program have to go be put back in. But then they did, and I've mentioned this before in previous videos, but they did quakes multiple times, like every other day. And that's not normal by any means, because then that is like the harder reset where everything disappears, and then all the big targets and everything, they respawn. So like all the unique creatures and stuff, they pop up for a full reset. And so everybody like starts losing their fucking minds and running, we're going to different places and stuff and, trying to take down big mobs and stuff like that too. So my timing coming back was rather interesting. And the last week has been insane. And so like everybody's going and doing certain things, trying to level up certain characters or whatnot. We're helping out with certain mobs that normally only drop one item. Now they have dropped two, and it's going to end later today. I think it ends. They said the 3rd. I don't know if it goes through the 3rd, or if it's going to end on the 3rd at whatever time the GM said it's set for. I don't know, but it's been an interesting week and a half, and I joined closer to like the end of November, right around Thanksgiving, I think. Which was also a weekend that they had put in like an experience bonus, but they didn't put in a loot bonus. It was only like, I think a 50% extra bonus for Thanksgiving weekend. But then for Christmas and New Year's, it was a 25% increase in experience. But the double loot thing is just nuts. People are going hard on this shit. It's going to have an interesting effect on the economy for sure. But got people engaged for sure. That definitely true. I'm a fart. Felt good. After I'm done with this coffee and this video, take a shower, start working on laundry. Need to vacuum up in the living room especially. I had to get some new shoes and stuff. One of my challenges in life is when I have to order stuff or have to get stuff in one way or another, and then I have like all these extra like bags and boxes and stuff. And it's like, I know that I'm gonna need some of them, especially when it comes time to move, because the last thing I want to do is, in order to move, buy more boxes. But then again, I don't know, maybe I should just toss everything out, not have anything in boxes, because then when it's time to move, then I'll know for a fact that it's time to move, and then it's like, okay, I gotta have the money for the boxes. I don't know. Also, I'm just lazy, forgetful. It's like I remember it at wrong times. Like, oh hey, it's time for me to go to bed, and I'm like laying down in bed. I'm like, oh, I need to throw away this stuff at this point. And then I don't remember when I wake back up. And then usually because I wake up when I wake up, I've got to get up and I got to go do stuff and I got to get shower and blah, 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 blah. And then I don't think about it until like I'm out the door and I'm like, fuck, I could have done, but I ain't got time. So it's annoying being me sometimes. I mean, hell, just to give you an idea, like we don't even have that many clients at the building right now. Like when I left, we had 7, I believe it was. And I think we had just got one that on the last day of the year, on December 31st. New Year's Eve, we got a new client. The coffee isn't, I've only just started drinking it. I know it's not doing that to me. So we got a client on New Year's Eve, and we had like 7 the day before, and then we lost one, gained one kind of thing. I didn't count on Friday. I didn't count the med count on Friday because I forgot it was fucking Friday. Like, I completely fucking forgot it was Friday. And then, like, when it came closer to the end of the shift, that's when I realized it was Friday. I was like, I have no time for this shit. So I was like, maybe I'll do it, I'll do it when I get back to work the next day. And then because it was a Saturday and I had remembered it was a Saturday, I didn't remember to do the fucking count. And so I didn't do the count again. So it's like, oh, what the hell? And then like my right knee started acting up recently. Like if I sit still for a while, including sleep, by the way, and I stand up, it doesn't want to fucking put any weight on it. And it's like, what the shit, man? Like it starts to feel kind of painful. Like even now, just kind of like moving my knee and, closing it up, and it's like, it's annoying. And so like every day I'm taking some ibuprofen and Tylenol. It's like, yay, there goes part of my money into this fucking knee. And the funny thing is, like, I never really, like, I don't think I overcompensated. Like, I'm sure I compensated a bit because of my left knee, because I tore the meniscus some years ago. But like, if I do overcompensate on my right knee, it's really not that often. It's got to be, I don't know, but I doubt it would cause this much of an issue. And just because, like, I've had other fucking bone issues and shit and joint issues and crap. I got the fucking bunions on my left foot that just happened to show up one day. It's annoying. And then my right shoulder started hurting before I went to jail. Now that could have been associated with a basketball injury when I was playing at Job Corps, and I fell on my right shoulder and I hurt for a while. But I was also in my mid-20s, so I don't know. But it didn't start hurting until like literally the day that I was arrested. And I was in cuffs for like 4 hours, and it was really bothering the shit out of me. And then of course, I go ahead and fucking tear my rotator cuff doing push-ups. So that's annoying. Because like if I do it now, it doesn't feel right. And it feels very much the same as it was before. It's not, it's painful. So I don't know. Maybe I just got some weird ass joint shit. I don't fucking know. So every day I take, what are these? Acetaminophen. Acetaminophen. Some acetaminophen, ibuprofen. I take one acetaminophen because it's 500, and I take 4 ibuprofen, which is 200, so it's 800 ibuprofen total milligrams. You don't want to go crazy on this shit. The last, what's it say here? Warnings. Where's the warnings? Allergic reaction, stomach bleeding warning, NSAID. 60 or older, have a stomach ulcer, take blood thinning, take drugs, have 3 or more alcoholic drinks every day, take more or for a longer time than directed. Uses headache, muscular aches, minor pain, arthritis. Oh, and this thumb right here, this thumb joint, like, it feels stiff now. Like, I've popped my joints all of my life, partly because of my mother. But, like, this joint right here, okay, so it popped, which is great and all. But unlike this one, even if I do this now, I still feel it. I still feel, like, a bit of that. So I'm probably getting arthritic in that specific thumb joint, not in that one. Let's see, drug facts, stop using and ask doctor if you spit up to it. It's supposed to tell you, like, don't take so much more than in a certain period of time. I don't know. Directions, here we go. Take 1 tablet every 4 to 6 hours while symptoms persist. If pain or fever does not respond to 1 tablet, 2 tablets may be used. Do not exceed 6 tablets in 24 hours unless directed by a doctor. So for me, when I injured my like, when I injured my left knee, when I was working security in Alaska, they said, take 4 every day, and then take another 4 if necessary, if there's any additional pain. Now, pretty recent, I would say, generally speaking, I haven't needed to take them at all, ever. I've never really felt any kind of like pain in my knee. Now I could, like, I don't know if what I just did was like a common thing that I had been doing, where I was just like standing on my right leg and having my left, leg crossed over and not putting any weight on. I don't know. It may have been a thing that I had inadvertently started doing once I injured my left knee, and maybe that had something to do with it. I don't know. But it was such a sudden thing. Like, just one day it was like, hey, yeah, this is what we're doing now. It's so annoying. It's frustrating. I forgot to pay rent yesterday, so I'll pay today after I'm done with this, because I forgot, and I like to try to pay on the day of. And especially because we got paid on Friday. So, it's like, it's been a couple of days since, and the last thing I want to do is have her text me about it. Because I'm usually pretty much I'm pretty on the ball about it. But again, stupid brain sometimes likes to be an asshole. And when I last checked, I had about I almost had 3,000. I had like 2,900 and some change. Now, granted, my phone bill has been paid since, and then on top of that, I've had, I just got some groceries delivered today, and I've done some ordering and shit since then, because I got new shoes because the last shoes were starting to fall apart inside. I also then had to like turn right around. I wish I had been able to notice it like the day before, but like literally the next day after I ordered the shoes, I was like, oh, I need to get some new inserts for my shoes because they're starting to fall apart too. Because I was walking to work and I was like, why does it feel like something's inside my shoe, inside my sock? I take my sock out, there's nothing. Take my sock off, turn inside out, nothing. And then I'm like, wait, is it the fucking insole? And then I take it out and there's just a little patch that has worn off under the ball of your foot. And I'm like, fuck. So there's that. At least when I'm at work, I'll try to, do some dead hangs and I can't do a full, but I'll do a slight attempt at a pull-up. So what I'll do is I do the wide arm grip, which is more natural overall, but it's also harder because where you're working, you're basically kind of making your arms do a wing motion instead of a straight down kind of thing. But what I'm doing is I'll get on there and I'll hang, and then I'll try to pull myself up in the process, and I'll get up as far as I can and then count to 10. Because at 10, that's about as far as I can get until my hands start really hurting. So I've been doing that at least. And every now and then, it's not that often. But I've been slowly been able to pull myself up a little bit. Not much, but it's nice that, at least I got that going for me, sort of. I don't know. And everything else wants to break down. Including this thing. Alright, I smell. I'm done with my coffee. I've complained enough. I've lived in this specific building this specific side of this building for an entire year. And starting at the beginning of March. So at the end of February, I'll have done this with the contract and everything, $1,500 a month for a year. So that's cool, at least. Have fun.